Have you ever felt completely stuck in your own thoughts? Picture this: you're staring at a blank page, eager to write, but a wave of self-doubt holds you back. It's more than just writer's block, it runs deeper. Many people don't realize that overthinking their personal growth can actually hinder their progress. Reflecting on your experiences is crucial for improvement, but it can sometimes lead to hidden traps. Consider this: you have a goal, a dream you've been mulling over for ages. You research and plan, yet somehow you never take that leap. You find yourself caught in a cycle of analysis, examining every possible step. Does that sound familiar? Here's the twist: the more you reflect, the more layers of worry you pile on. You start second-guessing every decision. What if I fail? What if I make the wrong choice? These thoughts become obstacles, and before you know it, you're not just hesitating, you're completely immobilized. You might catch yourself scrolling through success stories or watching motivational videos, hoping for a spark of inspiration. But instead of igniting your enthusiasm, they often leave you feeling overwhelmed. You begin comparing your journey to others, forgetting that your path is uniquely yours. Now, think back to a time when you wanted to try something new, like starting a fitness routine or learning a skill. You dive into articles and tutorials, but then the fear of not being good enough creeps in. You're so focused on figuring out the how that you forget to take that first step. This constant need to analyze creates a cycle of inaction. You keep waiting for the perfect moment, but that moment never seems to come. The truth is, it won't arrive until you decide to step out of your thoughts and into action. So, how do you break free from this cycle? First, recognize that while reflection is valuable, it shall dominate your life. Start small. Focus on one tiny step. Maybe it's sending that email you've been avoiding, or simply taking a walk to clear your mind. Even better, give yourself permission to fail. What if your first attempt isn't perfect? Embrace that possibility. Each misstep is a lesson, not a setback. As we wrap up, remember, this growth isn't a straight line. It's messy, unpredictable, and entirely your own. Reflection is important, but don't let it trap you. So, what will your first step be today? The journey truly begins when you take that leap. Don't let overthinking rob you of your potential. Start moving forward, even if it feels a bit uncomfortable. Have you ever felt like your thoughts are spiraling out of control? Like every moment spent reflecting just pulls you further back? You're definitely not alone in this. Many people are diving into personal growth. Imagine this: you're sitting alone, scrolling through your journal entries, and instead of gaining clarity, you feel even more confused. Every achievement gets overshadowed by doubt. Have you ever thought that this constant self-analysis might be what's holding you back? Take Sarah, for instance. She was on the verge of a promotion, but instead of focusing on her strengths, she fixated on every little mistake she'd ever made. The more she reflected, the less she acted. Can you relate to that sinking feeling? This cycle of overthinking creates a feedback loop of anxiety. Each thought leads to another, forming a mental maze that feels impossible to escape. The more you try to grow, the more tangled you become. Now consider Derek. He constantly compares himself to his peers, his mind racing with feelings of inadequacy. Rather than moving forward, he finds himself frozen, watching life pass him by. This overanalysis can trap you in a prison of your own making. Here's the kicker: while you're busy dissecting every decision, life keeps happening. Opportunities slip through your fingers, leaving you wondering what went wrong. So, what can you do about it? The answer isn't to reflect more, it's about shifting your focus. Instead of getting lost in internal scrutiny, small steps, can lead to significant change. As you think about this, consider where your mind tends to wander. Are you stuck in a loop of self-doubt? It's time to break free from that cycle and embrace imperfect action. Remember, growth isn't a straight line. It's messy, chaotic, and sometimes uncomfortable. But it's in those uncomfortable moments that real progress happens. So the next time you find yourself analyzing every detail, keep in mind you're not just reflecting, you might be stunting your own growth. Embrace the mess and take that leap, and watch how life unfolds in unexpected ways. If you found this thought-provoking, why not share it with someone who might be facing the same struggle? You never know who might need to hear this today. Imagine watching a beautiful sunset, but all you can think about is a stain on your favorite shirt. That's what overanalyzing your personal growth can feel like, a common trap many fall into. You may believe that reflecting on your journey is beneficial, but what if it's actually holding you back? Your mind can become a maze of doubts and second-guessing. What if those thoughts are the very things preventing you from moving forward? Picture this: you've just had a tough week. You sit down determined to figure out what went wrong. But the more you dissect your actions, the deeper you sink into self-criticism. Suddenly, it's not just about that week, it feels like it's about your entire life. You're stuck, and you might not even realize it. Every moment spent obsessing over past decisions can seem like a step toward understanding, but it can spiral into a cycle of negativity. Do you find yourself dwelling on missed opportunities? You might think you're learning, but what if you're just going in circles? Let's make this relatable. Imagine you're at a gathering and someone asks about your recent achievements. Instead of celebrating, you start listing everything that could have gone better. You notice their eyes glaze over. You're not connecting, you're isolating yourself. While you may not see the disconnect, others do. Your overanalysis can create barriers, pushing people away. What you think is building self-awareness might actually be putting up walls that hinder connection. Now, what if I told you the real issue isn't your experiences, but how you perceive them? The danger lies in labeling every mistake as a defining moment. You start to believe that failure defines you rather than viewing it as just a stepping stone. As the tension builds, consider this: what if the key to your growth isn't just in analyzing your past, but in embracing the unknown? It's about stepping into new experiences with an open heart, out the weight of old mistakes dragging you down.